coronavirus pandemic has caused perhaps the most dramatic collective disruption in living memory. In a matter of months, COVID-19 went from practically non-existent and unknown to the cause of the lockdown of billions of people. Hi, Editing Ryan here. You'll notice that the TV behind me has quite a lovely image on it right there. Unfortunately, and I've just noticed this in review, it's playing a slideshow of images, and that's going to continue, and pretty much every jump cut that image is going to change it, and it's going to be terribly distracting, so sorry. This rapid and involuntary lifestyle change has caused the adoption of many previously quite esoteric technologies like telehealth and remote learning, and I think more interestingly, it's also forced the dissolution of many rules and norms that were once thought crucial for the functioning of society. Although many positive changes will undoubtedly be precipitated by this mass reimagining of things once taken for granted, there is another, more insidious side of this phenomenon that I think might wreak havoc on our societies and our norms even once life has returned to normal. 20th century philosopher and literary critic G.K. Chesterton knows that the rapid jettison of ostensibly unnecessary rules can lead to trouble. There exists, in such a case, a certain institution or law, let us say for the sake of simplicity, a fence or gate erected across a road. The more modern type of reformer goes gaily up to it and says, "I don't see the use of this, let us clear it away," to which the more intelligent type of reformer will do well to answer, "If you don't see the use of it, I certainly won't let you clear it away. Go away and think, then, when you can come back and tell me that you do see the use of it, I may allow you to destroy it." Chesterton believed that when the norms of society are enthusiastically questioned, as they have been of late, there is danger in removing features whose functions aren't immediately evident to us, because they might serve a function which we have not yet understood. Are many of our institutional norms unnecessarily restrictive? Of course, but many of them have also evolved over, in some cases, hundreds of years, and they may solve problems which we are not in a position to understand, having never had to contend with them. When we attack these norms and institutions with a minimalist, "if I don't get it, then it must not be useful" attitude, then we risk reopening Pandora's boxes that we don't realise have been closed by our forebears. Take the example of remote learning. The COVID-19 pandemic has been touted as a revolution for flexible hours and working from home, a revolution which I am in support of. Now that many of us have realised that we don't actually need to be in the office as we've previously been told, we're given to wonder, and fair enough, which other traditionally face-to-face institutions could be taken remote. As lockdowns have extended and schools have shut down though, we've discovered that a remote revolution that can be a freedom when it comes to work can be a tyranny when it comes to school. When viewed just in the intuitive sense as an institution for learning, we can sometimes fall into Chesterton's trap when we think about schooling. Well, plenty of people learn stuff online and I can work from home, so why can't the kids go to school from home? This analysis, although logically sound at first blush, misses a key fact, and that's that schools aren't just an institution for learning. They're also, perhaps primarily, an institution for state-funded daycare. In other words, in-person schooling can be a Chesterton's Fence, something that we might clear away without first understanding its purpose. As the pandemic progresses, we will be inundated with new reforms, both good and bad. My concern is that in our eagerness to set new standards, we may overwrite old standards that we don't realise are important, and that we might find out the hard way just how important they were. The pandemic, tragic though it is, has and will continue to provide opportunities to buck entrenched traditions, and many of those opportunities will have a positive impact on the world. I only hope that as we construct our new post-pandemic world, that we take the time to consider whether the institutions we want to dismantle are, like Chesterton's Fence, in place for a reason.